All right, welcome friends. Welcome back to Don Wheaton YMCA. Today I have an upper body and core workout for you. So we're going to do 2 circuits. Each circuit has 4 different exercises in it, and it should take us about 30 to 35 minutes to get through it all. There's no cardio component, so if you're planning on getting your sweat on cardiovascularly wise, you'll want to do that either beforehand or afterhand. So let's get rolling. What we'll need for today, if you have them available, is a stability ball. I've got my green one here because it matches my green band. If you don't have a stability ball, don't worry. I'm going to do 1 time through the circuit with the stability ball and 1 time through the circuit without, so you'll be able to see both options. Also, if you have a band or tubing, we're going to use this for at least one of the exercises. If you haven't got this at home, if you have an old pair of tights or pantyhose, that works really quite well because it's got some stretch to it. So you can run quickly to your laundry basket or down to the rag bag and find something stretchy there. Finally, I've got a couple sets of dumbbells for myself. I have 10s and 5s, so something on the heavier side to stimulate your back and chest, and then something on the lighter side for your shoulders. All right, are we ready to roll? Let's do this. So we're gonna just start little movement side to side, rolling the shoulders, starting to get the body warm and prepared for movement. Let's go, bigger arms, both together. And of course, you don't have to move your legs at all if you don't want to. It's just auxiliary for you. 2 more. Okay, friends, moving side to side, warming up your core, gentle rotation through your spine. How about we add a nice easy punch? So jabbing, and you're breathing. Good. 4 to go. 3, 2, 1. Add a squat here. We're going to reach, swinging the arms comfortably, gently, down and pull. So creating movement through the shoulder joint. It's mobility. So what do you feel in your shoulder joint? Everything moving comfortably. Let's take it forward and back with your arms. Right, a nice strong chopping motion. Great, 4 to go. 3, 2, we need a chest opener here so we can stay with the squat or just stand, whatever feels right. And I'm crisscrossing my arms, 1 over the top, 1 over the bottom. 2 more. Excellent. Good, now let's chop. Imagine you've got an axe. Again, it's rotational motion. Allowing your hip and your heel to rotate and lift, yes? Good, and it's gentle, but feel your core activate. Can we go the other way? So arm up, chop on the diagonal. Exhale. Here's 4, 3, 2, good. Reach it over your body. Getting some extension under your arms, down your rib cage. Awesome. Now keep in mind, if you don't have this equipment at home, your local YMCA presently is open. So bring your device with you. You can watch and do this right at the Y using our equipment. 2 more. Good. And take a breath. And a quick inventory. How are we feeling? Okay, let's get right into the workout. Our first circuit is going to start primarily with our lat pull. Big muscles in our back. This will be with our band. Exercise 2, chest press with your weights. Exercise 3 will be a side raise to extension to hit the shoulders. And then finally, a side plank to hit your core. Are you ready? We're going to do a 1-minute interval for each exercise. Take a brief break to reset and then jump right into the next one. Setting up my timer and pulling out my band. Now, a couple of options here for you. If you keep your band in a single length, it's going to be easier. If you want to make it harder, fold your band in half. This would be the same as if you were using pantyhose or tights or some other piece of fabric that you're going to be stretching. All right, let's get at it. Boom, start the timer. We're going to set ourselves up in neutral pelvis and pull the shoulders down your back. Okay, pulling and squeezing through your lats. Now imagine, if you will, you're with me, doing a pull-up. Those are the muscles that we're wanting to fire. These big daddies in the back. So think of Michael Phelps, the swimmer. Fantastic lats, right? Our swimmers have really well-developed lat muscles. Keep going. You can play with how quickly and how slowly you're moving through this. I'm going to suggest, because as you can feel your arm wanting to spring back up, that we're going to decelerate. That means slow your movement down as the arms come back up. Yeah. You're almost there. And we're going to coordinate the breath. Hit it. 4 more. 3, 2, and relax. You should have felt that. Go ahead. Give yourself a little roll. Maybe you need a stretch. Moving into our chest fly. I'm going to do this right down on the floor for this round. Pulling my mat out. And you can use your stability ball. We're wanting a heavier set of weights for this. If you have 2 options. So I'm going to suggest, to get yourself situated, bring the weights onto your thighs, roll yourself down, and then bring them up into the air. Bring them over your belly. Often what happens is they come up here and then they're not in line with the chest anymore. So over your belly, soft bend in the elbows, neutral low back, and we're going to open up. See my timer? Here we go. Open and close. So we are squeezing your pec muscles, pectoralis major. Here we go. You're going to exhale to pull in and inhale to open. Our chest muscle is really important, almost as strong or as strong as our back muscles, typically. If you'd like to work a little harder, adding more core, you can pick your feet up. And it's a big barrel hug. Inhale, exhale. Now you can work to your own timing, slow it down, speed it up. We've got about 20 more seconds left. If you need a break, you just take it. Chest muscles should be firing, so we are contracting the chest muscles and then stretching or opening them up. There you go. Take your time. Roll up. Carefully place your weights down and off to the side. We're going to stand back up, so take your time. We're also moving very logically through our body from larger muscle groups to smaller muscle groups. Here's our free weights. For me, I'm working with 5s, but you could be more or less depending on your strength level. So shoulders back, brace the core, neutral in your pelvis, lift your arms up, extend out, elbows bend, and come in. So we're working through our delts, and with the little extension here, you're also going to feel a little bit of work in your triceps as you stabilize your shoulder joint. Tip for you, if you start to get tired, here we go. We can do the work asymmetrically, right side, left side, so you can work that in as you need. Got 30 seconds left. All right, imagine you've got a friend standing on your shoulders. So we're trying to keep the shoulders down and away from your ears. Yes, keep that core connection, friends. A nice option is to add balance if you want. 4 more seconds. And you did it. Yay. Carefully down. Moving into our side plank. So core work. We're going to do 1 minute per side to the best of our ability. Pulling my mat back out. Okay, so setting ourselves up. The most important thing here is our shoulder alignment. So start with your elbow just inside the frame of your shoulder. Lengthen from your hip to your knee and lift up. So your elbow should still be inside your shoulder frame. Here we go. So this is our side plank. This is a nice option. If you wish, take the foot up. And if you're feeling strong and confident, you can work here. And you know you can move between any of these positions throughout the minute. Perhaps you would like to add motion at the shoulder. This would be a little extra if you want. So hitting your posterior delt. You could add in a light weight for this one. Hold, hold, hold. Are you shaking? Me too. Come on, baby. Let's feel it. 10 seconds. Hang on. You can have a little break. Put your hip down if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Come round to the other side. Go ahead, set it up straight away. We won't wait for it. We'll just go right into it. So start. Brace through around your belly. Optional, extend your arm. Optional, extend your leg. And again, optional, lift right up. So it really depends on how you feel, how much energy you want to invest into this as to what you're going to pick to do. Okay, remember, here's our option for posterior delt. And of course, the balance piece in this. So in this exercise, we are stabilizing our core and our shoulder girdle. Keep going while we're holding the position. So there's all kinds of fantastic work happening in our core stabilizers as well as our shoulder stabilizers. You have 3 more seconds to go. And you made it. Take your time, come on out of it. Sit your hips back. Lovely. So we're going to repeat all of those movements one more time. Have a quick water if you need it. We're going to start with our lat pull. Knowing how you felt the first time round. Do you need to make it harder? Do you need to make it easier? Remember, it's just 1 quick minute of work. And in fact, you could do just this circuit as a little mini workout in your day. So let's reset our posture. I'm going to turn sideways for you. Neutral spine. So what we mean by that is that the tailbone's not poking out and your hips falling forward, nor is your tailbone tucking in and your hips pushing back. You just find that mid-zone. Set the shoulders into their socket. Bring the arms up. Now imagine, if you will, you're dangling from a chin-up bar. Here we go. Pull and up. Come on, pull and squeeze down. As you're pulling your arms down, your core muscles are stiffening, they're tightening, they're activating, they are contracting along with your back muscles. Contract. Now, current terminology, you often hear people say flex the muscle. That's actually incorrect terminology. We're not flexing the muscle, we're contracting it. We would be flexing the joint. Joints flex and extend. Muscles contract and release. So that's just some tidbits for you in terms of terminology. And if I happen to use the wrong phrase as we are contracting our muscles, if you catch it and point it out, I'll send you a little surprise in the mail. Come on, we have 3 more seconds. Squeeze. Now you could be doing it faster. We 1 more and release. You're in control of the tempo. All right, second round, I'm going to use my ball for the chest fly, but you can come back right down onto the floor. If you have a workout bench, you can do it on the bench. The trick with a ball is that it's unstable. So this is going to create more muscle recruitment from my core muscles. Same way getting into this, I'm going to place my weights on my thighs, and then I'm going to roll back. Hang on, I'm going to give myself a little more space. Okay, so for my first option, and I'm going to do more than one, I'm going to start with a ball under my lower back, my head in neutral, chin slightly tucked. Bring the weights over where? Yes, over top of my chest and belly. Set the shoulders in their place and open. Now, if you feel confident here on the ball, stay. If you wish, you can roll it so the head is resting on the ball. So this takes a little more core stabilization. I've also activated my glute muscles, my inner thighs, my quads to help me stay balanced here. So definitely working with the ball adds a little more risk. So you need to be mindful of what the best option is for you. Here we go back to the previous. Keep going, smooth and controlled. We have about 15 more seconds left. Squeeze the muscle. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully roll up. You bring the weights into your chest. Roll up. Carefully, weights down to the ground. Awesome. Side raise and extension. So this time I'm going to add a little more fun into the balance piece. So last time I picked up my foot right at the end there. So this time, I'm going to place my foot on the ball. Again, more core stabilization happening. Finding balance, stabilizing. Here we go. Up, out, in, and down. So because I didn't do this on the ball the last time the whole way through, at 30 seconds, I'm going to stop and change legs. Lift and out. Great. So still pulling gently in on your abdomen. Imagine, if you will, if you're a ticklish person, that somebody's going to come tickle your rib cage and your belly while your arms are up and you're vulnerable. Yeah. How does that make you feel? Switching sides if you're balancing. Keep going with the arms. Yeah, so if you're thinking about getting tickled, you're going to start to do what to your core? Contract it. You got it. Come on, we're there. Last one. Muy bien. Okay, down to the floor. Side plank. I'm not going to use my ball with side plank because I'm not proficient at it. However, if you are, you can place the ball underneath your rib cage or underneath your feet, which is much more difficult. So let's add in. This time, I'll show you the demo with the weight that I was doing with my arm. Find your positioning. Lift your hips straight from your knee, your hip, and your elbow. Relax your bottom hand. And here we go for 1 minute. So this is our core exercise with what? Rear delt. Do you remember that? So you're going to do this as long as you can with the weight. And if you get to the point that your shoulders had enough, what are you going to do? Yeah, you're going to put it down. So we're going to pick it up a little quicker, and we're going to decelerate. Woo, that's 30 seconds done. Option. Working harder. And the core is mobilizing or stabilizing? Yes, stabilizing. So our core does both. It can mobilize our spine or stabilize it. 5 more seconds to go. You'll notice, yes, I put my weight down. It was enough. And there you go. The other thing to consider when you're deciding how intense you want to work is what are the things you have planned in your day and the next day, because we want to complement our body. We don't want to stress it out. Here we go. Reset. Find your position. And here it is. So again, from the knees Check your shoulder and elbow position. Option, extend the leg for increased challenge, or lift up into both feet. Go slow to bring the weight down, pop it up quick. Are you feeling the load on your obliques right down here, plus here? Woo! You're halfway. Just finding your zone. Anytime you need to, bring your knees down, rest your hip, release your shoulder. Come on, keep going. Things are getting shaky. 4, 3, 2, and enough. Excellent round. Okay, into circuit 2. Take a quick drink of water if you like. How are you feeling overall? So if you do an encore of this workout, my suggestion is that you keep a workout log. Write down the weights that you used and how you felt in the moment, as well as afterwards, say 24 hours later. Was there a muscle group that responded? A little bit of ache and pain? How about the joints? Are they feeling fine afterwards? All right, our next circuit, clean up my space a little bit. We're going to do a Renegade Row or a bent over row. Chest press, so a second exercise for our chest, a second exercise for our back. An Arnold Press, yes, as in Arnold, the Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then windshield wipers with our knees to work the core. So let's get going on the Renegade Row and or the bent over row. Let me show you what that's going to look like. And you're going to choose what's best for you based on your core stability, your shoulders, and your back. So a regular bent over row is hinged. I'll turn to the side. You can do a single arm for 30 seconds, or you can do the 2 arms for the full minute, and then on the other side you do the other 30 seconds. The Renegade Row starts you in a plank position. So already we have more core activation and it's more difficult. So we're gonna pull, doing an alternating row. Does that make sense? Okay, so get yourself into the position that you'd like to work from. Sorry, my straps are coming out. My wires are gonna get crossed. So I'm gonna do my first round from Renegade Row. Plank position, either on knees or toes. Exhale, pull. Okay, so weights are, you'll notice, are lightly connecting to the floor. So there's no sound, right? Very little sound. It's incredibly controlled. Keep going. I'm also doing my best not to rotate my shoulders or my hips. So again, it's core stabilization. Keep going. I want to show you the other option from standing. So if I'm working from the Renegade Row movement, it's alternating my arms or both arms together. We've got about 20 more seconds, team. Woo! Pulling back. You're breathing, contracting, squeezing the shoulder blade muscles towards each other. So your rhomboids. One more. And release. Again, carefully putting the weights down, being sure to bend your knees. Okay, chest press. I'm going to do my chest press on my ball the first time, but you can come down onto the floor. It looks very similar to the chest fly, except that we're pushing straight out. Your hands can either be oriented facing each other or facing away. So again, it really depends on what feels most comfortable in your shoulder joint. So we're going down into a plank, a reverse plank here, or bridge, I guess is the better term. Now this time I'm going to set myself up so my shoulders are in line, or sorry, my hands are just over my arms. Here we go, 1 minute, chest press. I'm going to squeeze my glutes, pick my bum up. If you're working on the floor, I'll invite you to pick your knees up and hover or float your legs in the air, again for that option of more core activation. Now the other thing I want to watch is how low my elbows are coming. I'm going to stop at 90 degrees. Now if you're on the floor, when you hit the floor, you're at the exact right point. If I'm on a bench or a ball, I have to be mindful to stop my elbows before they go too deep. Keep going. Remember the other option was your hand position, turning the palms facing in. I like it palms out, so I'm going to continue there. We're almost done. 6 seconds. Again, you're working as quickly or as slowly as you like. Slowly roll yourself up, weights in at the chest, carefully putting them down. Super. All right, Arnold Press. You can do this standing or seated. I'm going to sit. Why not? And I'm going to work on the angle here for you. So again, finding neutral spine, regardless of whether you're standing or sitting. If I'm on a ball, the closer my legs are together, the less stable I am. The wider my feet, the more stable. So find your zone. We're going to pick the arms up, squeeze them together and open, and then shoulder press. Squeeze together and open, and shoulder press. So you're going to squeeze your chest muscles, and now push and pull through your shoulders. So we're kind of combining two different movements, aren't we? We've got a chest fly or a pec deck if you were using a machine. Keep going. And kind of that lap pull we were doing with our band in the first circuit. So we're just relating the movements together. Keeping your chest lifted, head stays in neutral. We're feeling awesome. You guys are looking spectacular. Woo! You have 10 more seconds if you can keep on keeping on. Remember, you can alternate right arm, left arm when it gets to be too much. If your form is suffering, take a break. And relax it there. Woo! Okay, down to the floor. And because, again, I have my ball, I'm going to use it, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to integrate the stability ball for this movement. So we're going to mobilize our spine, moving our hips right to left, and having our knees drop. So our gentlest way to do this is to have your feet up on the ball, hands out to the side. You're going to hug the ball into the back of your legs, slowly roll to one side, use your oblique, pull your legs back up, decelerate so they don't go crashing to the floor, and then back up. So that is option one. Option two is to hold the ball in the knees, which is a whole lot harder as we stabilize. Here we go. So we've got 1 minute of windshield wipers. Now it's also a little more difficult if we straighten our knees. The lower you go, the more difficult this exercise is. The more you bend your knees, the easier. So again, we want to really connect our breathing to our motion. Keep going. You have 30 seconds left. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, are you noticing your neck getting tight? Try and relax that. Six more seconds. Over you go. Smooth, strong, steady, and you made it. Walk the ball out, roll yourself up or over to the side. Woo! All right, that's circuit number 2. First time through, we've got to do it again. So starting with our bent over row or Renegade Row, whichever your preference. So this time I'm going to start in my bent over row and I'll finish in the Renegade Row so that whichever route you're working with, you get an option. So hinging forward, here we go. So option 1, right arm, left arm. Option 2, both arms together. Now here's another choice for you. Turning your palms to face the back or at a slight diagonal. Hitting into your mid-back. Squeeze. Keep breathing, friends. That's the way. Remember the Renegade Row for 30 more seconds. Stabilize your shoulders, stabilize your hips, stay active through your core. What's happening in your head? We are looking where? Just in front of your weights, keeping your head in neutral. Softly bringing your weights to the ground. 9 seconds. Come on, work for that gold star. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, moving on, chest press. This time I'll do it from my mat. Again, you can work on a stability ball if you like. It's always your call, and you may find on the first time you do this, you do it all on the floor. On a second time through, maybe you try it all on the ball. So chest press, elbows are out to the side, head relaxed, and let's go. Exhaling up, and therefore we're inhaling down. Option, feet to the air. Now, here's an option for you if you're on the floor and you want a little more core. Slide your leg out. So your leg motion is going to correlate with your arms. Now tell me, is your arms doing the work, or is it your chest? Yeah, it's your chest. You have 30 more seconds. Stay strong. But it's your arms that are moving, yes? Fingers relaxed. Have a look at your wrist. What's happening there? Your wrists are in neutral. What does that mean? Well, they're straight with your forearm. 7 seconds. And you made it. Again, bring the weights to the center of the body. Roll yourself up or roll to the side. Working on Arnold. This time I'll stand. You can add the balance. Again, if you want, either with your foot resting on top of the ball, or you can sit on the ball. Set position. Elbows up. Ready, ready? Okay, squeeze in. Push over your head. Now, one thing you're going to notice as well here, when I'm pushing over my head, it's at a very slight angle in front of me. Why? Keep going. Well, depending on the range of motion that you have in your shoulder joint, if we go straight ahead, most of us are comfortable with that. However, as we get fatigued, sometimes that arm starts rotating backwards, and this is where we can end up with some shoulder injury and or impingement. So keeping it a couple of degrees in front of your body is going to help ensure that we maintain safe ranges for your shoulders, especially when you're training at home, when you haven't got somebody's eyes on to check your form. If you're working with your personal trainer, they may have you bring your arms straight above you, or if you're doing Olympic lifting, you will find your hands going slightly behind the head. So there is some cases where you will get that. You did it. Carefully bring it in. All right, back down to the floor. Last exercise. Side to side, windshield wipers. Now there's nothing like a good set of windshield wipers. I'm telling you, in Alberta winters, they are everything. So let's be those amazing wipers. So connect through the core, push your belly in, hips to the ground, arms to your side, breathe in, exhale, drop it, and pull up. Drop and pull up. So last time I used the ball, this time I'm just using my body. If I needed to make this easier, bring your heels closer to your bum. Right, that's a great way to reduce the weight. Start sliding down my mat. If you want to make it harder, straighten your top leg. Keep going, 30 seconds left. My microphone is kind of crunching under my hips. That doesn't feel nice. So hopefully you cleared your space before you started. You're not working on a bunch of Legos. That's just torture. So again, 5 more seconds. Try and relax the head, neck, and shoulders. And last one. Yes, hug your knees. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Release any tension in your lower back. Now let's do a bonus exercise. How about it? Are you up for one? Okay, we're gonna bring our stability ball out. All right. Good old stability ball. And we're gonna take this down onto the ground. One more time. And my favorite, dead bug. So if you joined me the other day doing HIIT, we did dead bug, but we didn't have anything in between. So holding the ball in between your knees and your hands, take your left leg, push it out, and take your right arm. Now hold there. Breathe in, pull in. Now exhale, opposite arm and leg. And pull in. So again, this is an awesome core stabilizer. Out, out, out. Exhale, pull. Keep going, and then really pay attention to what's happening here. We want the abdominal muscles to stay firm and contracted, and neutral spine here. Because your knees are up, for most of you, that's going to mean your lower back is touching the floor or very close to touching the floor. The slower you go on this, the more difficult. Not only do you have to hold and stabilize your core to hold the ball, but you also have to stabilize the shoulders and hips as you extend your arm out. Let's do one more on each side. Well done. Take your feet down. Put that ball down. I'm going to place it underneath my hips, pulling hips up to release my hip flexors. Anytime you spend time with your knees bent, whether you're sitting or driving or you're just holding the knees in space, we want to open and extend that. Take your time coming down. Now, if you didn't have a ball, what would be the option? Yeah, lifting up here in bridge. And release, come on down. Take your time, grab your the back of your legs, roll yourself up. Hands on the ground. We're gonna roll the shoulders back, stretching your chest. So lift the chest tall and proud. Heads in neutral. Squeezing your shoulders together. Now pull your belly in a little bit. Nice, release. Feet are gonna extend out in front. Walking your hands down your thighs. A gentle curve in your lower back. Breathe in. Exhale, go a wee bit deeper into forward flexion. You might feel this in your lower back and bum. Breathe in. Exhale. Take your time coming up. Great. You can sit, you can stand, you can sit on the ball, taking your arm across in front, stretching the head of the shoulder. We're going to reach in behind, tricep stretch. Now, we didn't specifically train triceps and biceps, but your triceps were active, as were your biceps. So you could add an extra round into the circuit on the replay if you like. You could add in biceps in circuit 1 and triceps on circuit 2. And reaching back. Now, friends, if there is a workout that you want to see that we haven't provided, will you please send us a message and let us know, because it is far more exciting to create programming for what you want versus what we think you want. Nice spinal rotation. We're lifting up through the core, belly pulled in gently. All right, clasp in front, sit up tall. Exhale, gently curve your spine, release through the back. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, sit up tall. And exhale. Don't forget, you can do these videos in your local YMCA. If you haven't got some of the equipment at home, let's take it over. So just bring your device along with you. your earbuds, find a quiet corner. Since we're not having classes in our studio spaces, you can book a little bit of space in there. And by book, I mean walk on in. As long as there aren't a whole bunch of other people in there, the space is yours. Friends, it's wonderful to have you. Thank you for being attentive, for trying things out. Your comments are always appreciated. The good, the bad, the ugly, your requests, we'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.